Okay. Oh, okay. All right. All right. We tested the Linux version this morning. Now we're on the famous wind blows. We are on the famous wind blows. That's right. The Windows blows. We're on the famous wind blows. Okay. NQ 1 minute, I guess. Let me just come over here. There's a lot of stuff I need to get going. Get this going. Do. What was that? Heads up. Yeah, I don't care. All right. We're on the famous Windows system. Okay. Let's see how this crazy thing is gonna work today. Uh, I'm thinking. Let me tick merge this. Tick merge this. I want to see how this actually do this. For some reason, the Windows system works so much better than the Linux one. It could be because of Omachi. I'm not too sure. So this morning I streamed on Linux. I streamed on Linux this morning. Okay, so I've tick merged the heat map to that. Let me see what we got up in here, man. All right. That's actually uh, about 30 points. So that's not too bad. Okay. Um, Trying to see what we have going on. Okay, so that's about as far as it'll go. Um, it's not too bad for people. I might have to do a little bit more. Come on. I might have to do a little bit more. Okay. I'm just setting this up. So the Linux version was running really good, except for the heat map. The heat map on Linux was not all that good. Okay, let me get another order flow chart up here. Okay, I think we just need another order flow chart. Or what do we just need? A 5 minute chart? Yeah, let's just do a 5 minute chart. I need to test multiple things on this system. Uh, Here, let's do NQU6. Let's just do 5 minute. Let's just do a 5 minute. Okay. Uh, Here, let's take a look at shading, I guess. That's not going to matter. Uh, okay. All right. Sample's latest one is quite interesting. Yeah, I can take a look at that email tonight. There's a reason why I started this platform. What the heck is going on? Wait a minute. Is the tick margin not working? It works here, but it's not updating? Oh, this could be a problem. Glad I made a backup. Okay. Well, if the tick merge is a problem, I won't tick merge heat map. I think I was running into a problem with that last night. Here, let's just do one. Uh, okay, I need to be able to scroll. Yeah, there's stuff with the heat map. Here, let me blank out my screen real quick. Other close while you had items open. No, I'm not worried. I got quite a bit of. Did you send it to support@orderflowbars.com? Well, it's not coming up on Outlook. I'll have to look somewhere else. Maybe it's not synced. I have. Do, do, do. All right, let me see if. Well, for one, let me. Seven, five, Delta Q Lab. So I think, yeah, these need to be. All right, let me see what we have here. Yes, I need to do that as well, my word. Okay. Jeez. All right, let's just search rhythmic. Man, rhythmic has not gotten. Why I don't know what's up with Bullnox, and it's not going to happen until rhythmic sends me the information I need. I'm gonna have to call them. 9:15 a.m. So, yeah, let's just go with micros because it's the end of. It's August. We're getting ready to go to the end of August. But today is not a very good day just to be trading. But I still need to be making sure things work. So we'll just go with that. We're right here up at the highs, man. Right spacing, show volume bars. And we are just show delta, delta, yeah, all that. Not going to worry about volume bars. What time is it? 3 o'clock. So I think the tick margin, there was a problem. So this is all working good. And yeah, it's a friggin' Linux issue, man. $336. What do I have for big trades on here on the 1 minute? I have it set to 100 both. Okay. Single order sell contract. That's quite a bit. 336 for a single order sell. That's quite a bit. That was all right here. You get about 40, about 50 on the offer at 328 right up here. So I'm just wondering if it was the tick march issue. Rhythmic has not gotten back to me about Bullnox, about changing the app name, or giving me proof. Have they updated their site? Because if they update their site and show me as a vendor, then that'll be fine. Platforms. Nope. You have Edge Pro X and Go Charting. Well, I will eventually. I need to send them another email. I need to send them another email. I need to send Rhythmic an email because my platform needs to show up here. Edge Pro X. Uh, EP charts should show right here, and then Go charts goes down. So because it's in alphabetical order, I think it's in alphabetical order. It seems like it is. I could get my kid in here to verify, but I'm pretty sure. I need to show up here. That way, contact support for connection guide. That way, I can just tell Bullnox, hey, go look at the website. It's there. Boy, we got a lot of boy. They just ran that thing for about a few $100. 11 price action today, Chris. Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, I, I'm not losing money, which is good. I'm not break even. I'm actually green, but it's just not all that good. I just like blah. I mean, look at this, man. The stinking daily chart, man. Here, I don't even need that anymore. Show that. I mean, look at this daily chart, man. This daily, look at this. It's just horrible. I mean, we are below the moving average. Wait a minute. Are the price candles here? All right, let me go over on this chart here. Let me go back to a 15 minute. Um, I need to test to see. Maybe I could open up another one, but let me go over what I did. Okay, solid. We have Heiken Ashi. So the Heiken Ashi charts are now working. The Heiken Ashi charts, they're all working. Okay, they actually work for both chart types, regular chart and order flow charts. Okay. Um, Also, if you look down at the bottom here, you'll see it's 2 seconds and then it'll flip over and it goes to one. At the very bottom of the screen, you'll see NQU6, 1M. That tells you that I am on a 1 minute chart. Uh, the NQU6 15M, that means I'm on a 15-minute chart. If I switch over here to a 5, it should say 5 minute with a countdown timer. I still have that on Heiken-Ashi. If you go to daily, it'll just say daily. If you go and with no countdown timer, if you go to 2 hours, it'll tell you 2H and then be a countdown timer to the next 2 hours. But yeah. Go to a 15 minute. Uh, yeah, we're making highs. So yeah, the price action is okay. Not very much. Here, let me bring up another heat map. I made some changes to the heat map. I'm trying to get it to work smoothly on Linux. The problem is that it's Linux. The problem is that it's Linux. Uh, and the graphics thing is not working all that good. We got a seller up in there, man. Um, if we lose this 135 right here, yeah, okay, just get me on a few ticks and I'm good. Alrighty. Or just get me in a few points and I'm good. It's like 11 ATR on a 1 minute, man. Now there's a reason why I got in on that. We have an inside bar right here with the moving average sloping upwards with the delta kind of like blah. So I kind of got in here, put my stop right here. We got a pop. So when we get a pop, uh, the way I look at it is I want to look at this and be like, okay, uh, I'm getting in right here for a break of that, putting my stop down here. We get 122, we get another one, we get 113 sellers. So I'm going to move my stop up here because if we take out that 122, that's not going to be good. Then we took out the 113. I'm thinking, okay, we're going to get a nice little squeeze. And if we lose these buyers right here, you can put your stop right here. Okay, if you start breaking up here, you can just move it up. That's what I was thinking. That's why I took it real quick. Uh, what time is it? 3:06 power hour. Oh, let me go back to. Let me come back here. That's why I took the trade. Subscribe. So I go to 1. Now let me tick merge this and let me see if the tick merge is the problem. Then I got to refactor some code tonight. No. tick merge is working fine. What the heck was going on with that then? Tick merge is working fine. Well, it's very hard for me to look at the code if I can't reproduce what I just did. Yeah, that's the thing about software development. If you can't reproduce the situation, you can't fix it. There's only been a few times when I've actually looked at something and it's pretty obvious. It's like, oh, I don't even need to reproduce it. I know what I need to do. But if I can't reproduce something in software development, you really can't fix it if you don't know, can't identify the problem consistently. And like the thing that you're talking about there, 3470 is, I don't, I mean, you're comparing multiple different platforms to the add-on and comparing regular charts with tick data charts. So I don't know without looking at the email if anything will can get done. Okay. Um, so I don't think it's the tick merge that produced what I saw on the heat map. Well, the good thing is the heat map, it's actually working pretty good uh, for the changes that I made, which were kind of substantial. The performance should be better. The problem is the heat map's not working that good for Linux, which is not a major issue. I mean, how many people are going to be using Linux to trade? Probably other than me. Most people use Windows. A small percentage of people use Macs, and probably very little will use a Linux to trade. Uh, So that break was actually hmm So this is just 1 point data, 44, 45, 46, 47. You need to have a scroll, uh, kind of like this, how it does this right here. I can grab the bottom and do that. I need to be able to do the same thing on here, which right now I can't, but that's not too much of an issue to be quite honest. Well, I mean, it's not an issue. It's just a nice to have feature, but there's other things that need to be taken care of first. So are we going to get a bounce up in this area? That's around 329. You got about 70 on the bid at 329 right there. Do, do, do. The Windows version seems pretty solid. Ah, man, look at this. This is just nuts. The audio stream's current bit rate 0 is lower than the recommended bit rate. What are you talking about? I just don't. The audio, the audio stream's current bit rate. Like, what are you talking about? Audio. That's 48 KHZ stereo. There's no, I don't see no bit rate for me to do this. Disable Windows audio ducking so it don't go quack quack. But alrighty. Do 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 do. Enable push the mute. Enable push to talk. I ain't doing that. Enable push to mute. I don't know, man. I have no idea what they're talking about. Maybe on the stream? Ignore output advanced. Maybe it's on output audio. Try audio bit rate. That audio bit rate set 160, 160. What the heck are you even talking about? 6,000, 2,000, slow, high quality. Man, I don't know what they're talking about. Okay. Yeah, I still don't see the email. It's not coming through Outlook on Microshaft. I don't know. I'll check the web version and see if that works. Uh, see if I got it there. This is horrendous. This is horrendous action, folks. This is just some really bad, really bad. Wow. There ain't much going on. Well, the good thing is my heat map on Windows is still working with what I changed yesterday. The thing is, what I changed only very slightly helped the Linux heat map, which I'm not going to spend much time on that, to be quite honest. I got more important and things to actually take care of. I can get to that later, like when it becomes a problem. When people are telling me, hey, I'm using Linux and the heat map's bogging the system down, and be like, yes, it's something to do with Linux and how Linux handles graphics cards. There might have to be something I need to write in the code, just specific for Linux graphics cards, which is going to be very interesting because I've never done anything like that. Okay, it actually looks really good on Windows. I really need to get the drawing tool system top notch. Oh boy. So Rhythmic has not gotten back to me about Boinox, so NT add-on discrepancies. There we go. I don't know. Maybe it just took forever to even get here. Yeah, that last one, I don't even know what you are even was looking at. So this is 328. Well, the tech chart, the order flow charts on NinjaTrader add-on don't go back too far historically. And when they do go back, they're aggregated with NinjaTrader data. I don't know what you want me to do. Those small discrepancies on the little doji candles are nothing. Oh boy. Yeah, I have been asked that a couple of times in the past. So this is a YouTube thing. Why this thing's losing focus? All right. Yeah, I have been notified of stuff like that in the past, and I've explained it to people. You're dealing with time charts, and the add-on is getting market data, tick for tick market data from NinjaTrader. Sometimes it's not going to add up. Uh, I mean, those doji candles were what, a few ticks. One is green, one's red by a few ticks. That's already. I mean, there's nothing I can do in the code. There's absolutely nothing I can do about the data that NinjaTrader gives me. I mean, I just, I mean, from the images, I haven't blown them up and actually zoomed in, but they just look like doji candles that are like a few ticks off. Uh, Unless it was like consistent with every, just about every candle, and then yeah, it would be, then it would be concerning. Uh, Trying to look at the, yeah, you've got, I mean, even this doji candle right here, it's like one tick off from this right here. That's nothing. That's just like, uh, and these candles right here are actually on par. This one right here is, so it's just a matter of just, uh, I mean, I mean, you can take 5 different platforms and get, and then look at them throughout the days, and there's going to be candles where there's differences on all 5 platforms. There's nothing you can do about that. Even this wick right here looks like it's a tick or two off from this one. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. And this has been brought up before in the past by people. I mean, you take 5 different platforms, you're going to get 5 different results. And also, this is not a tick chart. This is tick charts. This add-on reads tick for tick data that I'm getting from NinjaTrader. Uh, maybe this 1 minute was not reading every single tick that came in. Like I said, it's aggregated, it's summed up data. Maybe within 10 milliseconds, some orders didn't get logically calculated in the code, either from NinjaTrader or mine. There's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, again, this is, I mean, 5 different platforms, 5 different results. You're even going to have here on my platform, like I said earlier, you could take a regular chart right here, then you could take an order flow chart. And I can almost guarantee you this chart right here, this regular chart, it's not, it's aggregated data. It's summed up. You could take that 1 minute right there, take this one, NQU6 on an order flow chart, and things are going to be different. I can almost guarantee that. I'm trying to find, it almost looks like, what I need to do, because this has been asked before, and someone asked out about delta, not looking at like the little doji candles that one's green and the other one's red on another platform within like a like couple ticks or whatever. What I need to do is I possibly need to get, well, I'll even show it on this platform here, and then I'll go to maybe Trading View, and then I'll use Motive Wave, and then I'll use maybe Addis. I'll use different platforms, and then I'll show where there are discrepancies. I'll take 5 different platforms and then show the discrepancies on those. Hello. Uh, and then just do a video on that and explaining that as well. Like on some platforms, you'll have oh, range bars are a totally different beast. Range bars are a totally different beast because on a 32 range bar, you can even see it on this platform here. I'll even show you right here. On a range bar, you take NQ N6. You go to a 32 range bar. Range bars are not done on time frames. They're done. Let me bring this up. Range bars on platforms are definitely not going to show up uh, identical. It won't even show up identical on the same platform. When we take another one, let's see, range 32. That's not even tick merged. So you have a range bar there, and then you have a range bar here. Okay. These range bars are not going to be identical because they were started at different times. These range bars were started at different times. One of them is aggregated data. Uh, Aggregated data, like this is a chart. Aggregated data, not tick for tick data. This one is tick for tick data. That's why the wicks are different. That's why these are actually different because they were started at different times. The range goes from when it was opened. The open here and the close here. These are the ranges. 32. So at 1 o'clock, if this one was opened up at 1 o'clock, this one was opened up at 1 o'clock in 1 second, and there was like a 2-3 point move, then they're definitely going to be off on the range bars. That's just how range bars work. Oh, this is very boring. You're right here, and this probably explains it better. See, three different platforms running 1 minute chart. There are small changes between them, like a doji candle will be green on one, but the other platform shows a red doji candle. Yes, this is very common when comparing multiple charting platforms, especially on 1 minute candles. A doji being green on one platform, red on another, does not mean the underlying price data is substantially different. There are several other causes for a 1 minute chart. I check these in order. Also, tick price precision. When it's tick price precision, like the open could be 50 whole, while another has more precision where it's 50, but 50 and maybe one tick off. This displayed values look identical, but the candle is technically bullish. Which trade is considered the first last trade of the minute? This is particularly important with futures order flow data. Platforms receive slightly different tick streams or aggregate them differently. The first or last trade can differ. That is what the problem is. Uh, so that explains it a little bit more in detail. I could even have big trades up on here, like the big trades here. Oh, big trades don't show in this chart because it's not. But I could have uh, a 1 minute up here and like a 5 minute order flow chart and another one and have big trades on both of them. And you could and more than likely most of them are going to be pretty identical. But there's been sometimes when one of them is a little bit off from the other one. It's just the matter of milliseconds of when that data got read and calculated. But it looks like we were really stacking on the offer here. But that what I just showed should explain why it's not unusual. Well, 30 data. Yep, 25. 359. Well, I wanted to jump on the Windows platform to make sure that the heat map was still working good with the changes I made to get the Linux one working good. And that seems to be good. Wow. You had like 300 and some on the offer and they got filled and you got them big green bubbles. There's always a lot of volume at the end from like 350 on. A lot of the institutions and stuff are just shuffling money around, opening and closing positions. That's why you get stuff like that. They just opening and closing positions. Uh, yeah, they just going a little crazy. So it seems like the heat map is working good on the Windows side with the code changes that I made. Oh, I wonder, well, a little too late. I should have had ES up there. Yes, U6. I should have had the ES up there. This maybe 50, maybe 30. Uh, yeah, I should have had the ES up there as well. Come on. Yeah. What is it? 4:04. I might have to be taking on pretty soon. Of course, I'll be streaming again tomorrow around 9:15, 9:15. Uh, More than likely, I will be. I don't know which one I'll be streaming on. Windows, Linux, Mac. I have no idea. I, I think Friday what I'll be doing is a video on how to set things up. I'll be doing a video on how I set things up, like a tutorial for EP charts of how to, from putting in the license to connecting. I need to put in a broker's page. I probably need to take out Bullnox from the drop down because they're being jerks about things. I really dislike all these little fake prop firms. Well, the Nanos came out. Uh, yeah, I wonder. Well, NNQU6 Nanos. Nanos came out. I wonder what they're like. There hasn't been. I mean, nano contracts, man. We got to give it time for it. NNQU6 nano contracts. You got to give it time. Yeah, see, you just got to give it time. These are nano contracts, man. Even on a 5 minute. Well, the volume is starting to come in. They just haven't been around that long. It's only what the third day, second day. Yeah, they just haven't been around uh, that much. Like show the volume bars. That ain't even going to show because there's no. Oh, you got one little tick. Uh, yeah, well, the volume is starting to pick up a little bit, man. Oh boy, look at that. That was horrible, man. That's 15 minute. Here, let's try and get the nano contracts. Boy, these things are okay. You're starting to get more on these nano. This is going to be very interesting. I would love to get back into spread trading. Um, Look at this right here. You see how very little volume right up in here. Okay. You got little spikes of volume. I don't even know what that is. But then towards the end right here, look at this volume from yesterday. That definitely picked up. Look at this volume today, man. This is looking really good. You know, very little. Then like I guess the second day came in here, and the third day. This is starting to look like the volume's starting to pick up on these nano contracts, NNQU6. Now, Apex has them because I'm connected to Apex. Yeah, Systems Apex. So Apex Trading, they got this. Now, see, Apex Trading and Lucid, I talked to them. They're like, yeah, we don't care what platform people use as long as you can connect to Rhythmic. Yeah, we trust it. Uh, because you're using the Rhythmic username and password. So if you can connect, we don't care what platform you use. But Bullnox is like, uh, and they gave me some kind of BS talk, and I'm like, whatever. And like, you guys aren't even the top friggin' fake prop firm. You have Apex, Lucid, Take Profit Trader, the top three. They have no problems. So these nanos are looking pretty good. I don't know if Lucid is doing nanos. I haven't checked. But yeah, the nanos are starting to look good. We got CME. Yep, really starting to pick up. 5,000 bomb. Yeah, it's starting to get there, man. We'll get there. It'll get there. The nanos will start kicking in. Yeah, the nano contracts will start kicking in. I need to do a video on this platform, but I need to get a broker page up and running. Maybe I'll do that tonight because I need to take a break from this heat map stuff. Maybe I'll look at that next week on Linux. It's working fine on Windows and Mac. I'll take a look at it on Linux later. Uh, I need to update the site with some broker stuff for this platform. Uh, well, that's all I have. I'll be at it tomorrow. About 9:15, I'll be streaming. Again, I would not expect very much. It's August. Maybe next week will be better. Next month will definitely be better, but August is usually slow. I mean, look at the day here, man. This day is just horrible. Let's take a look at the profile just real quick. I mean, if we look at the profile, I don't even know. No. I mean, today's action, look at that. It's horrible, man. I mean, you got an inside bar on an inside bar. This is just horrible. Let's look at the New York session. New York session is going to be different. Yeah, so yesterday New York session from the high and low was different. The overnights are up here. Okay. Yeah, it's just horrible action. It's August. I mean, if you look at all of this, it's August. Yeah, like August 10th, August. Yeah, it's just horrible. August is not very good. Traditionally, it never has been. All right, that's all I have. I'll be at it tomorrow. I'll probably be streaming on Windows later.